Can you get proper fitting clothing just from using an app on your cell phone? Today we're going to find out. I'm Bill Sweet and welcome to the DadBod. Today we're going to be taking a look into a company called MTailor. They use an app which uses the camera on your phone to find your perfect size clothing. The packaging here says that it uses sizing magic and they also have a perfect fit guarantee. They claim to be 20% more accurate than a tailor. We're going to put that to the test because, as always, I'm a little bit skeptical. It took a lot of trial and error for me to find the right size clothing for my body shape and size. I'm 6'3", and as my mom likes to say, they broke the mold before they made me. Most of the time I can't just walk into a store and buy proper fitting clothing. Dress shirts are oftentimes sized with large or extra large and so on, so the torso and the arm length, they're never correct for me. Either the sleeves fit but I'm swimming in the torso, or the torso fits and the sleeves are several inches too short. I usually have to find my shirts based on the collar and sleeve size, and then find one that fits around my torso and is long enough. And if you're short or skinny, you're probably going to have a similar but maybe opposite problem with sleeves being too long or the shirt being too baggy or too long. A company called MTailor says that they have a way to make proper fitting clothing by using an app on your phone, and I wanted to give this a try. Just to note, this video is not sponsored in any way. However, MTailor did provide me with a free voucher code to get this dress shirt so that way I could make this video. My thoughts, my words, my opinions, they're all my own. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm absolutely going to say so. That's one of the reasons why I started this channel, is because of all of the videos that I noticed that were from influencers who were being paid to say good things about items. And it's possible that's the reason why you subscribe to this channel, is because you want real, honest reviews from a regular guy. If you're not subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? Just click the button down below. It takes just a second. Alright, so the first thing you have to do is you have to download this MTailor app onto your phone. It gives you instructions to follow from there to get measured. You need to dress down or wear tighter fitting clothes so that way you can get an accurate representation of your body size. It has you put the phone down on the floor leaning up against the wall, and it's going to let you know the angle that it needs to be on. And then you have to step back about 6 feet and it's going to tell you to raise your arms and turn in place. Now that was the tricky part for me, finding an area in my house where I had 6 foot space between me and the wall. It's got kind of a sci-fi futuristic feel to it. It kind of makes me want to do the lightsaber sounds as the lasers scanning me like bzzz. Okay, enough of that. Once I finished, it gave me the measurement guide. Now, before I show you this, don't run off yet. The measurements on this seem to be a little bit off, but I think this video is going to have a happy ending. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. It said my suit size is a 47 long. Now that will never fit me. I'm probably not even going to be able to button it. I tend to wear a 50 or a 52 long. So this had me worried that the sizes may not be that accurate. It said for the shirt sleeve that I should wear a 36, but I wear a 38. Neck size 17.5, but I tend to wear an 18. Inseam 34 when I wear a 30-32, and then pants waist, it said 40 to 42, and I wear a 42 pants usually. So at this point, I was even more skeptical about what was actually going to arrive. The numbers were close, but not really spot on. A few weeks later, the shirt arrived. Looking at it, it's really nice quality. I picked this diamond pattern. It's probably not the best for being on camera because patterns like this tend to cause a little bit of a blur on camera, but it's really nice looking shirt and it's the one that I wanted. I'm not always on camera. The stitching is great quality. It has collar stays to keep that collar looking nice. With this, I was able to pick out things such as the buttons and the pockets and the type of sleeve cuffs that I wanted. So I was able to pick out and customize the shirt that I wanted to wear instead of picking out a shirt out of available options like most stores require you to do. And here it is. It fits surprisingly well for what the measurement app was telling me. The sleeves were the proper fit. It was nice around the waist. The collar fits nicely. It did have a few issues though. So the back was a little bit tight. Look how tight it gets as I move my arms forward. And then the sleeves were just barely the proper fit. I've got a made-to-measure shirt from a different company a while back and it fit really nicely until I washed it. So I decided to see how this one did in the wash. I followed the directions and I washed it according to their requirements. After washing, the sleeves were too short and it was getting a little snug in the torso as well, causing some pulling in the buttons. And the back got even tighter as I moved my arms forward. I reached out to MTailor and I sent them a few pictures. Based on the photos, they recommended to me that we add a 1/2 inch to the shoulders and then another 1.25 inches to the sleeve lengths, a 1/2 inch to the biceps, 3/4 of an inch to the chest and the waist. I agreed with this assessment, and then they went to work on making the new shirt. Now this modification doesn't just change this shirt, it updates my entire profile, so any clothing that I get from them in the future is going to be a much better fit. So this isn't something that's going to happen every time, and it's also something that's not going to happen to every person. It happened to me, and it's only going to be on this first order. I created my measurements on August 7th, and then I placed the order the same day. The first shirt arrived in 2 to 3 weeks. It took another week or so for me to try it on, wash it, and then try it on again. It was September 6th when the remake was ordered. And then there was a slight delay in getting that one because of the labor shortages going on, but it did arrive in about 4 weeks with a discount voucher on my next item because of the delay. So I haven't tried it on yet. Let's go see how it looks. Okay, look at that. This is much better. It's got a little bit more room to adjust for any shrinkage in the wash. The sleeves are a lot better. There's no pulling on the buttons in the front, and I can move my arms forward without all that tightness in the back. This shirt is pretty spot on, and all from an app using the camera on my cell phone to take the measurements. Not bad, MTailor. At some point I would also like to do a review on their suits, but that's for another day. If you're considering getting this shirt to look amazing for a job interview, also check out this video on some tips to ace that interview. Or check out this one. We've got over 100 videos to help you elevate your style. We've got options.